Hello. You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, the Baltimore Ravens get out with a win, but it was a terrible win. Look, guys, I'm going to read you something real quick, right? I want you to understand where I'm coming from when I read this. Because a lot of times in life, you learn these things. You say, you got to be able to know when you're wrong and accept when you're wrong. Okay? Now, I want to read this definition to you, right? Check this out. The word today is called insanity. You understand? It's a noun. It means extreme foolishness or irrationality. The inability to think and behave in ways considered to be normal and rational, especially on account of serious mental illness. You understand? Insanity. Or in other words, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome. When you look at a definition, usually they have an example at the bottom. And the example at the bottom on Google, not on Google, Merriam-Webster, okay, is John Harbaugh. Look, guys, and I want to make sure that I say this, all right? The Baltimore Ravens, as you can see right here, came away with a win. Great. Not every win that you win is going to be pretty. Some of them are going to be ugly. Some are going to be downright frustrating. Some of them are going to be so bad that you want to throw the tape away, but you still try to figure out a way to win the game. And I know that a lot of people are going to go there with this, say, well, this is just one of those ugly games. No, that's not what this was. Way up! This is nowhere near what that was, or that is, or that was. Nowhere close. I want to reiterate this. Right? Myles Garrett had almost 6 sacks yesterday. He had 4. There was constant, consistent pressure from every single defensive lineman attacking the quarterback or whoever else was behind the line of scrimmage. And I looked at this game and I said, Harbaugh, I know for a fact, is going to say, we've seen improvement. They're great. They're special. There's something about them. I just don't know what to call it. But it gets the people going and allows them to continue to play. And he knows that as long as Lamar is a quarterback, 90% of the blame is going to fall at his feet. Meaning Lamar Jackson's. I heard Raven fans, and this is a legit Raven fan, saying that there's no thing that Lamar played bad. He just played bad. No, Lamar did not play bad. Playing bad is missing wide open guys. Playing bad is dirting the ball when you have a wide open completion. Playing bad is throwing unnecessary making or throwing unnecessary turnovers. Tell me where Lamar fits into any of those categories. Please. The man was literally running for his life. There is a church song that goes, I'm running for my life. I'm running for my life. If anybody asks you, what's the matter with you, my friend? It's a church song. Couldn't even set his feet. People say, oh, he had the jitters looked like he was jittery in the pocket. No, didn't Sherlock. There was no pocket. Like some of that, bro, man, some people be it's so funny to me, bro. It really is. And they'll just be like, oh, you just because you think you're a Lamar guy. So not because I'm a Lamar guy. It's kind of common sense. He got skittish in the pocket. There was no pocket. They collapsed the pocket on like 90% of the plays. And then when that was happening, they were dropping the ball or tipping the ball up in the air for turnovers. Get out of here, bro. Like, yeah. Stat watcher trying to be like he played bad. Get out of here. You don't understand context to a football game. So sick and tired of John Harbaugh. And look, I know, said this earlier in the live. I said there's some good things that happened. Mark Andrews became to have the most receiving yards in Ravens history. Passing, if I'm not mistaken, Derek Mason. Congratulations. And also, that run that he had for a touchdown was amazing. Shout outs to him. I still want Likely starting. Doesn't change how I feel. Doesn't change what I've been seeing. Real talk. Being real. Guys, I want us to get to a point to where we look at this in its totality. Talking about the team here. How many more Sundays can we go on playing like this? I had this question. I want you guys to answer it for me. If we play the Pittsburgh Steelers like we played the Browns, if our offensive line is playing like they did against the Browns versus the Steelers, do we win that game? If our line is playing bad like they played against the Browns and other teams, and they do it versus the Patriots, do we win that game? Mind you, there's no room for failure. None. We pretty much have to win out. The most games, and I mean the most, we can lose for the rest of the year is 1. That's it. It's the most we can lose for the rest of the season. Hope you guys know that. So when everyone's walking around like it'll be okay, la. No, it's not. Your margin of error has become below minimal. It's become non-existent. And Raven fans acting like they don't know that. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Thank God for the win. But does that give you all of the confidence in what we can go and beat Pittsburgh twice? Because we got to beat them twice. We have to sweep them. But guys, what do you guys think about all of this? How do you feel about yesterday's game? How do you feel about Coach Harbaugh's anointing of this offensive line? And how far do you think they can take us? Let me know what you think down in the comment section, please. All right? But as always, that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. I know we get down, we have fun, we laugh, but everything we talk about, we did in what? Facts and truth. Please remember, guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. I love the comments. If you haven't already done so already, check out The Wunderkind Morning Show live, Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Touching on topics of sports, break down sports culture, pop culture, a little bit of nostalgia trivia from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Guys, be there, be squared. All right? Support the channel. Also become a member. We're building something over there, and we just became monetized. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, help out with equipment and just stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR code. QR goes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show is not just signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yup.
Finish him, Daddy.
You're not